You're watching Coin News 6. News that's to the point.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at your door. But hang on, keep the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Craig Ferguson.
Hi, everyone. Hey. Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Hey, welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Oh, man. I tell you what, I'm getting my groceries today. I went to the store today to get my groceries. Wednesday for me, grocery day. I don't know why, it's just traditional. And I'm at the supermarket, and I'm getting my items. I've got my thing done, my little trolley. It's filled with my tofu and my bean sprouts and everything. It's California. You can't get real food. It's tofu, beans, sushi, mountains of raw fish. I'm eating. I've got all my stuff I need for a healthy Californian life. My surfboard, and I'm standing at the counter and I see the impulse items. You know, the stuff you think you impulsively will buy. Gum, batteries, nail clippers, you know, mulch, assault rifles. They're all sitting there, and I'm sitting there and I'm noticing the tabloids. Like the tabloid, the Star, and and all these ones. I'm noticing them. Now, see, tabloids for me, they used to be hard-hitting journalism, right? There used to be Dog Boy marries Cat Girl, it was the Curse of the Pharaoh, a two-headed hamster found on the moon, and all that. And inside there was the advertisements for the Wayne Newton collector plate. There were all these things. But the tabloids have been taken over. The good old American tabloid has been taken over by the English and the Australian companies. So the tabloids now are catty and snarky. It's all that Euro crap. Now, I fled Europe. I fled Europe to escape from this trash. And it's followed me over the Atlantic and over the when I took the wagon train over the plains. It's followed me here to California. This week, in my beloved National Enquirer, which used to be the best magazine in America, the front page of the National Enquirer this week, it says best and worst beach bodies. It's true, and it's got these photographs of celebrities. It's a horrible, mean thing to do. Close-ups of actresses and singers and, whatever the hell they do. And they're all on the beach, and they've got these telephoto lenses right up and arrows pointing to the bad bit of their ass, It's true, and they're all whose ass could stand that kind of scrutiny? You can't. You get out of the ocean, you're all cold and you're shivering, and where's my towel? Your ass is also shivering too. It's cold, where's my towel? And when someone takes your photograph by surprise, you go like this. Ooh. Your ass does that too. And it does. Now, they've got a photograph of my beloved Beyoncé. I adore Beyoncé. She's a very attractive young woman. And I'll say this, the young folks say it quite well. They say that she's got back. Others say she has junk in the trunk. I say precious cargo in the trunk. That's what I say. You see, oh yes. Yes, Beyoncé. But the celebrities are afraid to speak out against the tabloids in case the tabloids will dish the dirt on them. See, the problem is this, I think. The celebrities try and portray them, the politicians do, they try and portray themselves as perfect. So if a celebrity wants you to see a picture of their ass, it's all been airbrushed and dealt with, and, there's, a team of designers has worked on it for a while. It's all painted and worked on. You shouldn't lie so much. That's it. The celebrities should offer the tabloids, or everyone, they should just let us see pictures of their asses. And then that way, we wouldn't be disappointed and there would be no story. You should not lie so much, is what I'm saying. Look at Bill Clinton, Richard Nixon, that kid that used to say, "What you talking about, Willis?" They shouldn't lie. They shouldn't try and portray themselves as anything out what they are. So if you tell the truth, you're bulletproof. See what I'm saying? Tell the truth, you're bulletproof. Told you. See, I don't know... I don't know what that means, but it rhymes, and Americans love things that rhyme. You know, you can get off with anything. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. See what I'm saying? Anything. As long as it rhymes. If this show ever gets on the air and I become a celebrity, I say, bring it on. I'll save you $1, actually. If you ever see me in the choir, I'll tell you everything I've already said in the show already. I drank too much, I did too many drugs, I slept around with too many people, most of them women, most of them human. The tabloids... Well, there was a couple of times, but the tabloids will have to find nice things to say about me, and I challenge them to find any redeeming qualities in my personality. I also recommend to the celebrities that they admit to scandals that they're planning in the future. See, I'm going to admit to a scandal that might happen to me. That thing with the 2 Hooters girls in Vegas that might happen on August 9th, that will be wrong. And I will be very sorry. On August the 10th. So tonight you're going to get the absolute truth. Absolute truth from me. Yeah? If you tell the truth, you're bulletproof. And by the way, take any photograph if you want of my ass. It is real and it is spectacular. Let's start the show. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. See? Right there. Right there. What's that about? Come on. Jeez. Tell you, what happened to the thing on the moon and all that? That's what I like. Come on, Inquirer. Let's get back to crazy science fiction. The devil escapes from a well in Oklahoma. All that stuff. Come on, Inquirer. I want to know. We got a huge show tonight. Dwight Yoakam is here. Come on. Dwight Yoakam. Dwight Yoakam. He's going to be talking. He's going to be playing with the band. The band are smoking right now, his band. And it's going to be great. One thing I'm going to say, though, Dwight, I don't know if he's watching right, you can't play the guitar like that, son. You got to... That's your guitar on drugs. I think you know what I'm saying. Huh? See, you want your guitar up like that. Yeah. Also tonight, I went to the King Tut exhibition in the LACMA, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. A fantastic exhibition. They reckon like 400 million thousand Americans will see this exhibition. 400 million thousand, yeah. Which is a lot. It's almost a quadrillion. But it's a hugely popular exhibition. The King Tut, I want to see it. If you haven't seen it, I thoroughly recommend you go and see it. If you like dead Egyptians, it's the place for you. It's just, well, long dead Egyptians, obviously. Not, you know, they've been dead for a long time. And it's very, very, it's fascinating. Anyway, the Egyptologist from that exhibition, Cara Cooney, is here tonight. To talk to us. She's going to take us through the land of the pharaohs. Come with us tonight, after Dwight, on a journey through the land of the pharaohs. See, and I'm not even making that noise, the audience is making that noise. That's how weird it's going to be. But can I just say, on a personal note, the scientists have really improved since the old days, haven't they? You know, I used to be a mad old Austrian guy with crazy hair and glasses. Oh, yes, the ancient Egyptians had this, had that. No, that's the kind of scientist I'm talking about. Suddenly, Egypt has become fascinating. We got time for some emails, and I'm just yakking too. 2, all right. I'll do 3. I can't live by your rules, man. All right, this is from... by the way, if you want to email me, go ahead. Arlene... yeah, you know, Craig, the internet, something like that. Arlene from Montreal, Quebec. Montreal, Quebec, in the great state of Canada. Well, yeah, it says, she says, Dear Craig, eh? She says, Dear Craig, what is your favourite swear word? If you can't say it on the air, could you act it out? Well, no. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't act it out. No, I can't. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it. Don't listen to them. They were the ones that went, ooh, remember? No, I'm not going to. I can think it, though. Yeah. That's right, my favourite swear word is potty. I got an email here from Brandy, and she's in Valley View, Ohio. I don't know that. Says, Hi, Craig. I'm wondering if several of your viewers on some of that wacky tobacco. The girl from The Ring, I've never seen her. Tell her to show herself to the rest of it. Do you remember this, folks? I don't know if you remember this. That we got some emails for a while. People thought that the girl from The Ring, the ghostly girl, was appearing between these two chairs. Yeah, it's true. And there was a lot of people. At first we thought, you know, someone's being nuts about this. And then, you know, and then we kept getting these emails. So either their, you know, kids are on the wacky tobacco, or there's a ghost there. Now, I'm from Scotland, and we know about ghosts. All right. So, by the way, I have to say, to the girl from The Ring, cheer up. Oh, Mrs. Grumpy Puss. This is from Mark in Alamogordo in New Mexico. Alamogordo? Is that a... Alamogordo. Alamogordo, say it better next time. In your email bit, he says, why do you show the email letter to the camera so fast? No one can read it. I bet it drives the cameraman wild trying to focus on it. Not so much the cameraman, the director, really. There you go. Today... Yeah. Today, the big summer movie War of the Worlds was released in theaters. A lot of people have been turned off by Tom Cruise's recent behavior. And the studio is doing everything they can to make sure that his involvement in the film doesn't hurt ticket sales. And frankly, I think they're trying to distance themselves. Take a look at the new trailer.
This Wednesday, the last war on Earth won't be started by humans. Tim Robbins, Dakota Fanning, and some other actor. War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Now, according to the New York Post, the people over at Sesame Street are putting out a line of sexy clothing for adults. You hear about this? Yeah, it's true. The collection includes camisoles, boy shorts, and baby doll T-shirts. And you can see it all in the racy new catalogue. It's right here, Sesame Secrets. There you are. Hey, oh boy, that makes me feel kind of weird. Look at that. Tickle me, Elmo. Yeah. Tickle me, what? Tickle me. Tickle yourself, Elmo, I think. So I think's worried. Look at the shoes Elmo's got on here. And what's this over here? Bert Bottom's Ernie Tops. Oh, hello. I have no idea what that is. Now, on Monday night... I know, I must admit, I thought it was pretty funny, too. Monday night, millions of viewers, almost a quadrillion viewers, tuned in to Hell's Kitchen on Fox. You know, they watch that chef show. Have you seen it? That crazy chef. He brutalizes people with his training. It's so successful that CBS is launching a new rip-off. It's called Hell's Kitchenette. It's still an English chef, but he's even meaner. Even meaner. Check this out.
This summer on CBS, descend into the fiery inferno that is Hell's Kitchenette. And say hell-oh to the most hellish chef this side of hell.
Call that a béarnaise sauce? It's rubbish! You see, now that's why your steak knives have always got to be sharp.
Feel the hellosity.
Is it cruel? Yes. But this is reality TV. Humiliation is both the appetizer and the entree.
Once the face of your sous chef is severely bruised, you're ready to marinade. Stick that down your pants.
Step into Hell's Kitchenette and taste the hell from hell.
How can you tell when water is boiling? Why not ask a friend? Yeah. I think we need a little more salt. I'm a perfectionist, you know. When I set out to maim someone, I'll make sure I get it right.
HE double hockey sticks from hell.
Too fast! Some people say to me I'm too harsh. Gonna cry now?
Next time on Hell's Kitchenette.
One of the best ways to cook a piece of meat is to sear it. Really seals in the flavor, don't you think? And be sure to get grill marks on both sides. Yeah, that way it seals it in. You'll remember it now, won't you, Vince?
Shocking. We must put an end to this stuff. We'll be right back with Dwight Yoakam, everybody. Dwight Yoakam.
Coming up on the Late Late Show, Dwight Yoakam, Egyptologist Cara Cooney, plus a performance by Dwight Yoakam. Brought to you by Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light.
Nice. Very nice. Do you think they're...
Oh, yeah. They're plastic. And they're spectacular.
Just in time for summer, it's the Coors Light Cooler Box. 18 16-ounce plastic bottles that stay colder longer. Just ice it up, take it out, and enjoy. The Coors Light Cooler Box.
Wow. Close up, they look even bigger.
The GMC Yukon has the best V8 fuel economy in its class. Because GMC engineering is all about going the extra mile. Literally, the GMC employee discount has been extended on 2005s and now includes every 2006 Yukon. Get an 06 Yukon two-wheel drive SLE for $30,924 with your employee discount. The total value promise makes it easy. No worries, no hassles. It's right on the window. See your GMC dealers today.
If your health not about your skin, this is a natural. Introducing the newest Lubriderm Skin Nourishing Lotion with natural shea nut and cocoa butters. It helps dry skin draw in and retain moisture so it's naturally healthy. New Lubriderm Skin Nourishing Lotion with shea and cocoa butters.
Beautiful. Move it, shake it, baby.
Eyes dried out? There's a new Visine for that. Introducing Visine Pure Tears with a new one-click, one-drop, no-mess dispenser. So for your dry eyes, there's a Visine for that.
To see the newest, most exciting electronics and home theater products every day, you have to go to Home Video Library Electronics. If you shopped around, you'll be glad you found Home Video Library Electronics.
Here's the deal. Every year, fabric covers change on Simmons Beauty Rest, the famous bowling ball mattress. Through Labor Day, you can enjoy any size Beauty Rest with the discontinued fabric at a very special Sleep Country price. So if you don't mind sleeping on a discontinued fabric, Sleep Country's Beauty Rest closeout is your sale through Labor Day. Guaranteed comfort, best selection, lowest price.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
Bringing Northwest color into your home is as easy as opening a can of Miller Paint. Miller Paint was born in the Northwest and comes in a wide range of colors, uniquely inspired by the Northwest landscape. Easier yet, when you visit your Miller Paint store, you get friendly, expert advice that leads to picture-perfect results every time. If you can picture it, you can paint it. Miller Paint, our paint.
To see the newest, most exciting electronics and home theater products every day, you have to go to Home Video Library Electronics. If you shopped around, you'll be glad you found Home Video Library Electronics.
Welcome back to the Late Late Show, you fluffy yet masculine little ponies. Yeah, all right. My first guest tonight is a two-time Grammy winner who's sold more than 23 million CDs. His new record is called Blame the Vein. Blame the Vein. Please welcome Dwight Yoakam, everybody.
Yep.
Yep. Welcome aboard, cowboy. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You conduct an irreverent show, don't you?
I do conduct an irreverent show. The folks of America that can stay up this late get a wacky time.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
How are you? You all right?
I'm okay. I'm good.
I love the new record, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us on the plane. Thank you.
Been on tour with it?
We start actually tomorrow down near San Diego, and we're starting a smattering of dates through the summer. We go to Europe. I go.
Go to Europe with you? How did they take you over
well,
in Europe?
Actually, I know that has to mean the main, continental Europe. When I say Europe, it doesn't mean the UK.
No.
There's a big distinction made in Europe about.
Yeah.
Well, in the UK, there's a big distinction made about.
And then when you get to the UK, there's a Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales.
No, that's different. Yeah, completely different.
Man, that's
so
crazy.
I'm going to Oslo, just outside Oslo, Norway, then Amsterdam.
Norway?
Yeah, that's here.
Yeah. How are they with your music in Norway?
You know what? We've had a great fan base for years. One of the first European tours I did back in 1986 took me into Norway. I played at the Museum of Modern Art in Stockholm, Sweden. And then I played at...
Did they have the King Tut there?
No, they didn't have the King Tut. They didn't have the Egyptologists that you have tonight either.
Yeah.
There was a great guy on TV here years ago, crazy, kind of a lunatic. I think he's passed. Dr. Gene Scott, if you didn't know him on the local TV. Yeah. I'm tired. Turn the air conditioner back on. And he was a brilliant Egyptologist, actually. He would. I became fascinated with him. I was broke, didn't have a record deal, and had a television, and would for hours watch Gene. I almost reconverted. No, I didn't write anything about.
You ever write a song about ancient Egypt? Come on, that's real
we
country
leave that
stuff.
Steve Martin covered all that.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. Steve's got it, but. What got off on this tangent?
Well, I don't know. But anyway, you're in Norway.
Yeah, a museum. Yeah, and that was great. We played like among all these Picassos and just great, Edvard Munch, kind of paintings and the
Yeah, that's right. He's the only.
The scream, right? That. You too can own this painting. And have had a great fan base there. Don't get back as often as I'd like. I was directed, though, and I'm hoping to see both these gentlemen, by two Norwegian directors in the movie Banditas, which I guess comes out the end of this year in Mexico.
Norwegian. You shot a movie in Mexico?
Yeah, I shot a movie that was written and executive produced by a Frenchman, Luc Besson, and directed by two Norwegians.
Yeah.
And starring this is going a little...
Who's using it?
Starring Selma Hayek and Penelope Cruz, so a Spaniard.
Yeah,
and a Mexican. I was the only one there speaking English.
Yeah.
It was a French crew. It was kind of confused at times. But I'm hoping to see...
I don't like all these foreigners in our country.
Well,
I don't like it.
There's a great legacy of Irish and Scottish folk music that,
through the Appalachians.
Where I was born in southeast Kentucky, it was a lot of that old rural Scottish, folk music that led to mountain music that as we know it in America,
and whiskey,
and bluegrass, and
whiskey too. Do you still listen to the old stuff? Do you listen to the bluegrass?
I listen to a lot of the bluegrass music. I listen to a lot of Ralph Stanley. I'm a big fan of Ralph Stanley.
Yeah.
One of the great bluegrass artists in the history of country music passed last month, and that was Jimmy Martin. Jimmy Martin had The Sunny Side of the Mountain and various things, and had a great impact on even modern country rock music. He was a great rhythm guitar player and singer. He took over Lester Flatt's position in Bill Monroe's band when Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs left in the late 40s. And
what do you think? What do you think's happened to country recently? Because country's gone very flash now, hasn't it? It used to be guys were honky tonking.
Well,
now I don't know what the hell they're doing, but
you know, I think it's cyclic. I don't know that anything, you know, flows without an ebb.
Want me to do that?
There was no thank you. I'll frame it. Without an ebb, there can't be a flow.
Yeah.
Or an eddy, if you're into the Turtles.
Yeah. But what I don't understand
that was a weird non sequitur, wasn't it? It was like, that was, yeah.
But what I don't understand is, what's that got to do with modern country music?
Nothing. Nothing.
Modern? Do you like the modern stuff? Because I think
I listen principally to traditional old country.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 60s, and I was fortunate to be able to hear a lot of very pure country music played on the radio. And you know, I could hear on the radio at that time, you could hear Buck Owens followed by the Supremes.
Hank Williams.
You could still hear Hank Williams.
Hank Williams, yeah.
You could hear, but on the same radio station in the States, it wasn't quite as segregated as it got by the late 60s and the early 70s, where they were really narrow casting, you know, the radio. You know?
Yeah. I'll talk to you some more about that. We've got to take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Dwight Yoakam, everybody.
You know, I gotta tell you, since I've been hurt and missing work, you've been a big help to this family. No, really. The cash we get from Aflac helps us maintain the house, put food on the table. And my Jenny continues with her piano lessons. Yep, this family's doing just fine. And it's all thanks to
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
There's an easier way to freshen the whole room. Glade Plug-in Scented Oil Fan. The first air freshener that uses a quiet fan, so it actively circulates your favorite fragrance throughout the entire room.
There. Isn't that better?
Freshness with a spin. Plug it in, plug it in. Now enjoy the freshness of clean linen with Glade Plug-in Scented Oil Fan.
You've got your period, and you're here.
Yeah, why?
I would have killer cramps. Bloating, no energy.
Well, I took Midol.
Midol's tough on cramps, and unlike Tylenol and Advil, takes care of bloating and fatigue.
Now what?
Something salty.
Uh-huh.
Denny's new sausage sampler has the sizzling sausage you love. And it already comes with seconds. Now get twice the sausage. 2 savory patties and 2 links, plus eggs and pancakes. One of 3 big and bountiful breakfasts for just $4.99. Denny's, we're cooking now.
Guys, look at these.